Right, we are on our homework 3. This is the video help for our homework 3. I've already got it open up and I've got my elementary or my RStudio opened up as well. So here we go. We're going to import Karloff U. So I'm going to go to import data set from text on ramps data Karloff U. And I'm going to rename this with a lowercase Karloff. Make sure my heading says yes, and then we'll import here. All right, so here's all my data already for me. Now let's see. When I use the code containing only upperclassmen, so I'm just going to highlight and copy this and paste it here in my new script and run that. So the first question is, how many students are in this subset? And I'll show you the number of observations, tells us the number of students that are in that subset. Now it's asking us to find the mean and standard deviation for the temperatures of upperclassmen at their follow-up visit. So we're using the variable follow-up temp. We're going to round to 2 decimal places. So we need 2 things. We need mean and we need standard deviation. So we can type mean here and we want it from, just upper. We want it from the data set upper and we want to use the follow-up temp here. So we'll run that and remember it's going to show us the output down here. So here is the mean temperature. Make sure that you're doing this along with me, typing this in so you can be aware of what's going on. Then we're going to do standard deviation. So remember, standard deviation is SD. And we want to find the standard deviation of the same thing, the follow-up temperature for the upperclassmen. And so there's your standard deviation down there at the bottom in the output. And you can fill those in. So we want to visualize the distribution. So that means we want to look at a histogram that's saying distribution. Are the mean and standard deviation the appropriate measures to describe center and spread? So remember, mean and standard deviation we use when our distribution is normal, and then median and IQR we use when it's not normal. So let's do this histogram, and we're going to do from the upper and their follow-up temp. And we'll run that, and so we can see here, looks pretty normal. So I'm going to say yes. Yes, the mean are always preferred measures. No, that's not true. Yes, the distribution is roughly normal. So if it's roughly normal, we are going to use mean and standard deviation. All right, what z-score marks off the 25th percentile? Okay, so to do question 4, I had to get my z-table up. We are going to look up, it says what z-score marks off the 25th percentile and the 75th percentile. So I'm going to use my z-table to find the closest number to 25, 0.25, because that's 25%. And it looks like it's this number here. And so I'm going to, let's see, can I do this? Oh, let's see. So here's the closest number to 0.25. And I'm going to look and I see that it's negative 0.6. And then this heading of this column here is 7. So negative 0.67 is the closest z-score to the 25th percentile. And then we want the 75th percentile. So we're going to go down and look for our closest number to 0.75. And it looks like it's this number here. So we have 0.6 and 7. All right, so question 5, you're going to be using your formula, your z-score formula to solve for x. So you're going to plug in negative 0.67 for the 25th percentile to solve for x, where your mean is whatever you found here and your standard deviation is found here. I know you can do question 5. We've done that a lot. All right, use the 5num summary function to find the actual 25th and 75th percentiles. So here we go. We're going to do our 5num summary, and that tells us our Q1 or our minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and our maximum. So that will tell us what those are. They should be pretty close because it's normally distributed. So here's your 25th percentile, and here is your 75th percentile. Q1, remember, is your 25th. Q3 is your 75th. So you should be able to answer those questions now. It would be appropriate to use z-scores to calculate percentiles for the distribution of moontan minutes for upperclassmen. Well, let's see about our moontan minutes. So let's visualize this. So we're going to do a histogram, and we're going to do upper, and we want the moontan minutes. Here we go. We'll run that, see what it looks like. So it looks like this is very right skewed. So when it's right skewed, we're not going to use z-score. We're going to use mean or median and IQR. So we would use median for the measure of center and IQR for the measure of spread. So the answer there would be false because z-scores are only used when we have normally distributed data. And in that case, we don't have normally distributed data. Okay, so what happens if we want to find a percentile that is not one of our 5-number summary values? So what z-score marks off the 70th percentile? For upperclassmen, what number of moontan minutes should be at the 70th percentile using z-score? So again, we're going to use our z-table. We're going to go and find the number that's closest to 70. Looks like this one here, 0.70. So we have a z-score of 0.52 for that 70th percentile. And then you're going to plug that in to find the moontan minutes, right? So use the quantile function to calculate the actual 70th percentile. So in this case, I'm going to use my quick notes, my on-ramps quick notes. We're going to use this quantile function here that looks like this. So we'll try this together. All right, so I'm gonna use this function here, and we'll do that together. So we're gonna say quantile, and then we're pulling it from the upper and moontan. Do a comma here, no space. Probs equals, and we wanted 70%, so I'm gonna put 0.70. Close my parentheses and we'll run it. So if you notice the quantile, the 70th percentile or 70th percentile is at 1572. So you can fill that out here. Now the question is, which of the following is the best reason that explains why 8 and 9 were not equal? So I want to go back to the shape here because this moontan shape was not normal. So we should not be using z-scores. Z-scores are only used for normal distributions. And since it's not normal, it's probably why our question to 8 and our answer to 8 and answer to 9 are not the same. So hopefully that helps, and I'll see you back in class.